them the Olmec because they were the rubber people. They took the rubber off the Panama tree and made many things with rubber, including the rubber ball games, the same things we play today. But their actual name was the Tuttle She, XI. The XI makes the she sound. I want this is where they come from, but I'm going to show you just in the hieroglyphic and just in literature that they don't come from no Africa. They use the landmass. You see the X in the landmass and the I. That's how they got their name, and it clearly shows their origin also. But it don't just show that; it shows the origin of the letter X. We could see it in their hieroglyphics. We'll check that out real quick. I'll show you. You can see the X in the face here. You see the X in the face, and it also makes that shape of the landmass also. They are also known as the weird jaguar. They were known
That guy
as the
looks like me, man, and I'm Yoruba. He looks like me.
so they were known as the
Can
children
I
of the.
remind panelists that within the 3 minutes, no other panelist is allowed to interrupt. The 3 minutes is uninterrupted. If you do interrupt, unfortunately, we do have to drop you for a time, and then you may join later on. Apologies, brother. Please continue. Thank you.
Also, they were known as the children of the weird jaguar. Uh, Weird jaguar means the baby, where the baby was born. Weird. Also, they were the mother and the father of the Manding language, the super family of Manding languages, which include um, all the Mandinka languages, Chinese, Arabic, all of that stuff starts here. Um, Now, and they, like I said, they're known as the children of the weird jaguar, and jaguars are native and uh, evolved in North America, right here in the Americas. But not just that, right? These heads right here are made of something called basalt. Basalt. There were 17 of these heads, but they keep saying these people are from West Africa, but there is no basalt in West Africa. You see what I'm saying? The problem is with the whole out of Africa theory is they just know that these lands right here is the driver's seat of the world. So if you have control of all the agriculture and the water and all of these types of things, and you have North and South America, um, that are set up in both sides of the hemisphere, so it's set up for indefinite life. So they know this. They just keeping that secret right now. That's what's happening here. But to go on
3
even
minutes
further,
time. 3 minutes time. 30 seconds to land, sir.
sure, okay. And by the way, to go even further, there is no basalt in West Africa, like I said, but there are more pyramids on North and South America than the rest of the world combined by 10 times. The rest of the world has 250 some pyramids. The Americas has thousands. We have thousands of pyramids. So why would this come from Africa? I have no clue. You see?
All right, can I speak since he landed?
Right. Yes, you took less than 30 seconds to land. 30 seconds given to the panel to contribute on the previous contribution, starting now.
Okay, so I want to contribute to dispelling what he just said that the Olmecs are not African. There's a current study here in America called at the Prairie View A&M University. It says the exploration of African present in Mesoamerica, the Olmecs. So this study was performed by several scientists, several archaeologists, and also philosophers, and they wanted to go into the Afro-Mexican history, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw this site up here. This is an educational site. It is called tvamu.edu. They have proven that the Olmec society is of an ancient civilization of Africans. They are the first to travel, or part of the
30
first
seconds
to
time,
travel to
30
what's called
seconds time.
Mesoamerica.
Does the panel require more time on this subject?
Yeah, give us
Yes, 10
five
minutes.
minutes.
10. Make it 10 minutes because it's very
Or
interesting.
make
10
it
minutes.
30 minutes. What about that?
I wish I could. Um, I'll give you your 10 minutes starting now. Thank you.
Continue, Pat.
So out of mid-June, this is in 1865 when they first started the Galveston excavations in Galveston, Texas, right? They started finding like these tools that they would find in like Egypt and certain parts of Africa. So they were like, hold on, what's going on? We thought that the Olmecs at that time, at this time of this study, which is a more recent study, like which is something that's currently happening now, they were like, hold on. So the Olmecs are the original Africans, or they were originally of Africa? Yes. They come from Alkebulan. They traveled out of Africa thousands of years ago. Now, more modern day, we don't have any Olmec civilizations. You know, of course, they turned into the Inca, the Mayan, and the Aztec. And that's what I was speaking of Cahokia.
What?
So here we
No.
go again. They want to wash the history into not being truth. I'm sorry, brother, but you need to get this. I'm not just showing you pictures. I'm giving you proof of where to study this at. I'm not trying to dispel what you believe. And yes, there were no salts in Africa, but however, the technology still traveled. It still traveled. This is here. This is Prairie View. This is a current study. Like I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This is Texas A&M. This is a university here in America studying this present day right now. So you're saying that the Olmec aren't this, the Olmec aren't that, but they have proof. That's the reason why. Example. That's the reason why Napoleon shot the noses off of the Sphinx in those places like that. They wanted to dispel African history.
Do we
All
not
right.
give way to evolution over
Can I
13,000
can I
Okay,
years?
so
retort to that? Am I allowed to retort because I have a clear cut answer to what she just said? It's very easy to show that this all comes from here. Don't come from Africa.
So you
I could
disagree that?
show
Let
it in
me ask you this real quick,
hieroglyphics.
Earth Speaks. So you disagree that all civilization came out of Africa?
Yes,
so
because I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I disagree with that, because right now when you dealing with migrations of people, right? Because you're talking about people, right? Talking about migrations of people and the origin of people, right? So when you do that, you have to deal with you have to deal with the food, and you got to deal with water, right? Now, Africa has 67 rivers, accounting for 6,800 miles of river in the whole continent. Just in North America alone, we have 250,000 rivers. 250,000, and these are
Okay, so
earthworks.
hold on.
Can you
We're
not
gonna
talk?
stick on
Can
the
you
river.
please,
No,
please
no,
don't
no. I
cut
wanna
me
I
off,
wanna
man? Please, I
interject.
didn't cut
But
you
the
off. I didn't
Mississippi
cut you
River
off,
can link to the Nile.
ma'am. I
let
didn't
him
cut
land.
you
Let
off.
him land.
I did not cut you off. I literally just got on started. It's not just that. It's not just that. Out of 640 crops grown in Africa, food crops grown in Africa today, 600 of them are native to here. Period. Like these, like I said, just 123,000 years ago, Africa had experienced something called marine isotope stage 6, and that lasted for 72,000 years. So that was up for till 195,000 years. So at that time, there was nothing on the continent of Africa. Meanwhile, we have a food pantry, which is the Amazon rainforest, and it's hyper dominant. So that means somebody had to plant it there. It predates the hominids or anything